When it comes to deciding how much car insurance you need, should your motto be less is more? There are a variety of different coverages you can add to your policy, but do you really need all those coverages? Well, that depends on a lot of factors. Hi there, I'm Amanda Mushro, and at autoinsurance.com, we'll give you the inside scoop on how much car insurance you actually need. First, let's talk about the types of coverage you're required to have. Every state except New Hampshire and Virginia has its own state minimum insurance coverages that you are legally required to purchase. Now, most states require drivers to carry liability car insurance, but the amount of coverage, it varies by state. Liability coverage kicks in when you're at fault in an accident. It pays for the damage to other vehicles and objects, property damage coverage, injuries to other drivers and passengers, bodily injury coverage, and lawsuits if another party sues you. Your insurance agent may refer to the state minimum coverages in number form like this: 15, 30, 5. This means you are protected only from liabilities of $15,000 in injuries per person, $30,000 in total injuries per accident, and $5,000 in property damage. But here's the problem. A fender bender, well, that can often cause more than $5,000 in damages, which you may be liable for. Depending on your state, you may be required to carry additional types of coverage, such as uninsured, underinsured motorist coverage. This coverage protects you if someone who doesn't have enough or any insurance coverage to pay your losses hits your vehicle. It covers your injuries to you and your passengers, as well as damage to your vehicle. Another type of coverage that may be required in your state is medical payments coverage, also known as MedPay, or personal injury protection, also known as PIP. Now, both cover medical bills for you and your passengers in a car accident. MedPay is only available in at-fault states, and most states are at-fault states, which means when there's an accident, one party is usually considered at fault, and they're responsible for covering the injuries of the other driver and their passengers. PIP, on the other hand, is available only in no-fault states. In these states, each driver's individual PIP covers their medical bills instead of the at-fault driver's insurance. PIP also covers other documented losses, such as lost wages and childcare costs. Again, the type of insurance you are required to purchase and the amount of coverage, well, it really varies by state. So that leads us to the question, is state minimum coverage enough? In many cases, no, it's not. Your state's minimum coverage considers only the damage to a third party's car or injuries. There's no required coverage to fix damage to your car if you're in an accident. For your property damage, you'll need collision coverage, which protects your vehicle in the event of a collision with another vehicle or a stationary object. It also covers car rollovers. Besides accidents, there's other things that can happen to your car, like being damaged because of a hailstorm or if your car is stolen. For these events, you'll need comprehensive coverage, which covers you if your car sustains damage due to events other than collisions. So this can include events like theft or vandalism, falling trees, and flooding. This is why it pays to add more coverage to your policy. If minimum coverage isn't enough, do you need full coverage? Full coverage auto insurance is made up of a few different types of coverage that protect your car: liability, collision, comprehensive, uninsured and underinsured motorists, and medical. Full coverage doesn't cover everything, but you can add coverage for things like emergency roadside assistance and towing, rideshare driving, rental car reimbursement coverage, and gap coverage, which will reimburse you for the difference between what you paid for your car and what it's currently worth if your car is stolen or totaled. Gap insurance may be required by your insurance company if you have a loan or lease for your vehicle. In addition to adding full coverage to your policy, you should also think about choosing higher limits. You want to have enough coverage to protect your personal assets while staying within the budget for the cost of your insurance. Ask your insurance agent to give you a quote for a higher liability limits. To avoid being sued, those with a high net worth should consider having a high liability limits. You'll also need to think about deductibles. Choosing a deductible for your collision and comprehensive coverage is a balancing act between cost and personal resources. Remember that deductibles pertain to when you need to get your car fixed or replaced if it's stolen or totaled. Before coverage kicks in, you have to pay the deductible. So for example, if your deductible is $500 and the total amount to fix your car is $1,500, you'll pay the $500 and your insurance company will pay the remaining $1,000. The lower the deductible, the higher the premium. Agents recommend getting as high of a deductible as you can comfortably afford to pay in a claim. The average deductible is $500. So what does this mean for your wallet? Car insurance costs will vary widely depending on the state that you live in and the type of coverage that you choose. According to the most recent federal data available, the national average annual cost of car insurance is $1,553. And while you have to meet your state's minimum insurance requirements, you want to make sure that you have enough insurance to protect your vehicle and, more importantly, protect you. If you want to learn more about the different types of car insurance, head over to autoinsurance.com. It's linked in the description and you'll find lots of information about finding an auto insurance policy that works for you. Also, be sure to like and subscribe to our channel. We upload and post new videos every week.